In this video, I'll show you how to go ahead and use the practice labs. First, open your web browser and navigate to geometrics.net. Once you're in your dashboard, go ahead and go into your course. And then navigate to the domain that you're working on. I'm going to use domain 5. And if you expand your lesson, you can, let's say that you've gone ahead and you've watched all of the video for this particular lesson, and now you want to come and do the practice lab. It's always a good idea to do the practice labs just to help cement that information into your mind. Always choose SMS required and select. And then go ahead and click on Start Test. And you can see it goes ahead and it starts to set up the environment. The first thing it'll ask you to do is to download test resources. These are the files that Geometrics will use in your assessment. If by chance it's not able to download the files, I'll show you in Geometrics where you can find those files, and you can always download them yourself. Now you'll see, similar to the practice tests, we have our Excel spreadsheet, and then we also have our task area. It looks a little bit different, but it works basically the same way. I like to dock my taskbar along the bottom, so I'm going to start with changing that. If I go to these 3 little lines here and click on that, I can see I have some menu options. And this first one will show me, will allow me to dock the taskbar in a different spot. And I'm going to put it along the bottom. That way I have my full Excel spreadsheet available just to make sure that I can see all of the options easily. So as we've noted, you have your Excel sheet on top. This is your actual Excel that you have installed on your computer, which means that all of the lessons, all of the learning, all of the practice tests take place live in the app. It means you're using an actual version of Excel to do your work. This is much better than using just a simulated version. All right, so down here we have the tasks or the question, the activity that the assessment wants you to do. We can see right here, we are in task 1 of 2, which means this practice lab has 2 questions. It times it. I don't usually pay too much attention to that time. And again, we have our arrow buttons to go to the next question, to go to the previous question. You can skip a question. And now this is something that you'll see on the practice labs is show help. And there's this little light bulb here. If you click on that show help, you can get a step-by-step directions as to how to go ahead and execute this task. Sometimes that can be helpful. I always like to try it without the help. And then if I don't get it right, then I'll come back and see what the help is. And again, we have additional menu options. If you click on these 3 bars here, you can dock in a different place. You can save your practice lab. I generally don't save these. I like to finish them all in one shot. You can go to your test summary. Just click on that. And this shows, again, we have just 2 questions. It'll show if we answered them, if we marked it for review, and it'll also show if we got it correct over here. If I want to go to a particular question, I can just highlight it and pick the go button. We'll cancel it for now. If you're working on a particular question and things just get totally messed up and you're like, oh, I don't even know what I've been doing here, and you want to just reset it back to its original version, you can click this little button right here and it'll reset the question back to how it was first presented to you. And of course, if you want to mark for review, you can use this little pin here. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to do these 2 questions here. First one is change the pie chart to a 3D pie chart, apply layout 4, and then change the Y rotation. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this assessment then. All right, I've gone ahead and done this task, and then I'll click my next button. And we can see down here that it grades it and it says correct. Then you can continue. If you didn't get it correct, you can try again. Or if you just want to repeat the process another time just to make sure that you've got it in your mind how to do it, you can always reset the question and then just try it again. For this, I'm going to press continue. And it automatically shows me the next task. And I'll go ahead and complete this one as well. And I've completed this one. And then when you're on the last question, I find it's better if you just navigate to the next question and it'll automatically bring up your test summary. It says that I have it correct, and we'll continue. And you can see it went ahead and it brought up my summary here. At this point, I can go ahead and finish the test. If I had marked some for review, in fact, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what that looks like. If I wasn't sure about this particular one, I could mark it for review. And then when I go to my test summary, it's this button right here. We can see it's marked for review right there. I can also go to any particular question I want. I can click on it and hit go, and it takes me back to any particular question. All right, let's go back to the test summary and we'll finish the test. Finish test. And yes, we're sure. And then you can see you get your score. From here, you can go back into your course. And you can go and watch the next video, do your next practice lab, take a post-assessment, etc.